Alright, looks like we're good to go. Looks like we're good to go, so let's get into it. Let me check and see where I'm at. 7 down to 14, halfway there. Here, though, of course, the issue here is, of course, naturally, the issue is waiting for anybody to do this. What I am doing. There we go. Task force assembled. Let me claim the next tier on my reputations here. There we go. Now the other problem is, oh, there it goes. I was going to say, now the only problem is having to wait for the thing to actually load in.
Bad news. I'm reading a lot of spatial distortion out there, and hostile ships are coming through. We're finishing some defense satellites to assist you, but we need some time. Do what you can until they're ready for activation.
Acknowledged. I don't see any of the weird jellyfish ships here. There's one of the new bundle ships right there. I don't remember which one. What this is. Peril science carrier. Oh, well, never mind. Well, never mind.
On an attack vector.
There we go. Let's get over here and
More bad news. They're targeting the shield generators. If we lose those, Pahvo will be vulnerable to invasion from orbit. The good news? Our defense satellites are ready. Scan them to bring them online.
Acknowledged. Alright, let's get over here. Just a few more to get online. They're all over. And they're all over this way. There. They're all online. All we need to do is just wait. Alright, hopefully everybody's doing good this evening. Hope everything's going well.
Picking up multiple enemy signals on sensors. Get ready.
Alright. I was gonna say, where the hell are they at? They're all over here. Granted, of course, these ships aren't going for the satellites. More of them all the way. More of them all the way over here now. One of the satellites is damaged. It's the only thing that's damaged over here. There we go. It's kind of weird seeing smoke coming from that whenever it's supposed to actually be working. Oh. Ship's a little bit damaged, but I think we'll do. We'll manage. Yeah, there's no jellyfish ship here this time. But one of the ships is a carrier. So that's helping. That's helping since they're throwing out shuttles and fighters. Oh, satellites. Either I got a little bit too far away from it, or of course, because I'm being attacked, I can't repair it. No, I guess I was just a little bit far away from it. Actually, that one looks pretty awesome. That variant right there actually looks pretty awesome. I wonder what skin that's using. Oh, there they are, all over there. I am stuck in a tractor beam. All right, we need to come over here because the next wave is about to happen.
Satellite upgrades are now available. When you scan a satellite, its new abilities will come online. Your service branch will determine which upgrades will activate when you scan a satellite. Choose wisely.
Acknowledge. Come over here, activate a couple of tactical satellites. Or all of them are going to be, or all of them will be tactical over here. I know what they've got going on over that station over there, but they're all going to be tactical here. This guy's got that Zenkethi ship. more seconds,
Heads up.
and here come
Enemy
the
flagships are coming to
flagships.
attack.
No, this ain't the Enterprise. Although this class of ship here actually did square off with the Enterprise once. Oh, I need to activate that. Not paying attention. Orion. This is an Orion character. They're allied with the Klingon faction here, but the species is Orion. Satellite is busted. We need to get set up and going. Yep. Yeah. Once I'm done with this thing, I'll show you the board mission. Granted, of course, there ain't gonna be any. Borg in the next missions once I'm done. There ain't gonna be any Borg missions in the thing that I'm done or doing after this, but they're there. Actually, they do have liberated Borg. Oh my God, they have liberated Borg, but of course, they ain't going to ain't gonna actually make the Borg a faction. Oh, and but yeah, they got liberated Borg, but they ain't gonna. The Borg themselves ain't a faction for obvious reasons. And yes, I do. And yes, I do have that. Yes, I do have that. Come on, get the full impulse, please. Yep, I do have that ship. It was one of the. I think it was a winter reward. I think it was the reward for Hughes Winter Wonderland last year. And stuck in the traction unit again. Would not be the first time, to be honest. Yeah, would be the first time. Uh-oh, one of the satellites is damaged. Good.
Well done. We'll continue to ready our defenses here. If they come back, we'll be ready for them. Keeping Pahvo safe is important. You've done a lot to help make that happen. Thanks.
Thank you, Commander. All right. Let me get out here. Yeah, I'm doing Delta Quadrant mission. Yeah, there's the Borg. Oh. All right. There's all of our Borg missions. We got some of them here too. We got some of the Borg missions here too. All right. The only thing I can think of to describe that, basically just a green human. Okay, I need to enter. Need to enter the Dyson sphere. Dyson reputations. Oh my god, I completely and only forgot. I completely already forgot how the hell I'm supposed to actually start this particular mission. Yep. Yeah, they do. Answer the hell for Voyager, go to the Alright. This Dyson sphere. On screen.
Welcome to the Janolan Dyson Sphere. The situation in the Delta Quadrant is continuing to develop. We will need the assistance of all our allies to stay ahead of it.
Thank you for the opportunity. I look forward to serving with you. Alright, beam to Delta Quadrant Command. I know it'd probably be, of course. I know, of course, it's going to be the obvious, but out of the Star Trek ones, it's two. It's going to be two followed by First Contact.
Admiral Tuvok has requested that you meet Voyager in the Solarian system. I believe he requires your assistance with a personal issue. While you're there, you should be able to get a briefing on the current state of the Delta Quadrant.
All right. Good. Yeah, there she is. Going with the female Orion. Only going with the female Orion. So of course gotta make her look appropriate. Yeah, First Contact's definitely the good one.
Greetings. Admiral Tuvok is waiting for you in the conference room.
Welcome aboard, sir. If you'll come with me, I'll take you to Admiral Tuvok. He wants to see you right away.
I have a few questions if you don't mind.
What would you like to know?
You know why Admiral Tuvok requested me?
The Admiral is trying to track down Dr. Cooper. He thinks that Cooper is the key to this conflict with the Undine. He hasn't explained why yet, but he says that your assistance is crucial. What would you like to know?
What's the situation in the Delta Quadrant?
Unstable, but not totally out of control. The Borg have suffered setbacks on multiple fronts. They're being pressed hard by the Voth, the Undine, and various liberated elements. The Voth are mostly bottled up in their home space and in the Solanae Dyson sphere. We've established some connections with a few of the locals, such as the Kobali and the Talaxians. Of course, there are still troublemakers out here. The Kazon, the Hirogen, the Malon, and there's a new power player we're very concerned about. Whoever they are, they're picking off systems left and right. Even the Krenim weren't a match for them. We need to find out who they are and what they want.
Yeah,
What
first
would you like
one.
to know?
First one's good. Not my favorite. Actually, before I ask that. Actually, funny enough, that gets brought up here in the, There's Aliyah there. So yeah, but of course, I did those as they appeared, but I'll replay them once I get down to that list. Why bring Voyager out here? This ship is 30 years old.
Voyager spent 7 years in the Delta Quadrant, and during that time many of her systems were optimized to deal with the hazards out here. This old girl's still got a few tricks. Besides, Admiral Tuvok specifically brought Voyager out for this mission, and what the Admiral wants, the Admiral gets. What would you like to know?
Let's go. Yeah, they bring
This way, please.
They bring V'ger and the mirror universe
Sorry
equivalent.
we don't have time for a tour, but the Admiral insists he needs to speak with you right away.
They bring, well, yeah, they do. They do. As you can tell by the thumbnail, Aliyah's there. So, yep.
The Admiral is waiting for you in the ready room.
Greetings. Thank you for coming so promptly. We do not have much time, and I require your assistance.
What's going on?
I am still under telepathic assault by the Undine we know as Cooper. He has found some means to greatly increase his psionic power, and I cannot withstand his assault indefinitely. I will need your help to repel Cooper's attack and counter him.
You must be under a great amount of stress.
What else do you need to know?
What do you need me to do?
I have been able to deflect Cooper's attacks thus far, but I require assistance to repel him and gain any useful information. I propose initiating a Vulcan mind meld through which you will be able to enter my mind and aid me against Cooper.
Not to my knowledge. Not to my knowledge. Unfortunately, no, not to my knowledge. To be honest, though, it wouldn't surprise me later down the line if they do. They seem to have gotten a lot of Star Trek actors back to reprise their parts for this particular game. It sounds dangerous.
What else do you need to know?
Wouldn't it be better to seek the aid of a psionic master?
Your prior experiences with Cooper should allow your subconscious mind to hone in on him. An outsider who has never encountered him before would have no such connection and could never hope to find him.
I'll try to do what I can. I don't know if that's
What else do you need to know?
that I'm not entirely sure if that's a playable species. I'm ready. I don't know if the androids are a playable species.
My mind to your mind. Your thoughts to my thoughts.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Didn't think I saw them like in the store, in the store there. If they did, that'd definitely be a purchasable thing. What's going on? All right. Yeah, gotta get out. Oh no. Nope, can't. Tapping the air there. Alright, activate the thing. Like I said, that's mainly how the female Orions look. They kind of take the females definitely take advantage of it. All right, and talk to the
Please
doctor.
state the nature of the medical emergency.
Doctor, I seem to be confined to sick bay. Can you override the door lockout for me?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, shall we? First, I need to make sure you're not contagious or suffering from any injuries. This will only take a moment.
Fine, Doctor. Really. I need to get to engineering.
Don't be difficult. I'm only doing my job. Engineers and captains, always in a hurry to get out of sickbay.
Doctor, it's crucial I leave sickbay. I need to find Tuvok.
You're not going anywhere. Doctor's orders.
Doctor? Yep.
Speak to me at the desk terminal.
Alright.
The mind meld was successful. Excellent. I am currently trapped in the ready room. For the moment, I will only be able to communicate with you remotely. Cooper is working to subvert my mental defenses, and I must focus my concentration on keeping my mind intact.
So I need to liberate you from your ready room.
No. Cooper is trying to erode my emotional control. Symbolically, this means that he must destroy Voyager. To do so, he is attempting to overload the warp core. You must proceed to engineering to stop Cooper from destabilizing the warp core. If he is successful, he will have broken down my mental control systems. Once the core and my mind are protected from Cooper's attacks, then we can take control of this mindscape. Take the pad from the doctor's office. I will use it to communicate with you as you proceed.
Yeah, as I mentioned, they got... If there's a Star Trek actor in here, they got him to reprise the role like Tim Russ here for Tuvok. That sort of thing. He narrates the opening. Oh my god, he narrates the opening cutscene, and you hear him a couple of times, but the character isn't in there since technically at this point his ship was transported to what's referred to as the Kelvin universe. So technically, Spock himself isn't in this. Yeah, as he said, his voice is, the character isn't. Why do I need the pad? Why not use our communicators?
Remember, objects have symbolic significance in this mindscape. As an outsider in my mind, your ability to communicate with me directly is limited. Your communicator is part of your mind, and so it cannot interact with me directly while Cooper tries to keep us separated. The pad is part of my mind, so I can use it to bridge the gap between us.
Whatever. Let's get on with this. Oh.
The mind meld was successful.
Okay. And take the pad.
Good. Now we will be able to remain in contact. Proceed to engineering.
Yeah, different. Oh. Yeah,
Cooper
different.
is attempting to subvert my mental defenses by replacing my memories with engrams from his bioship.
Until he is expelled, these kinds of incursions will continue. You may see strange items or distortions in your surroundings. Ignore them and proceed as best you can. Remember Kiri Kintha's first law of metaphysics. Nothing unreal exists.
Understood. Okay.
Cooper is trying to overload the warp core. You must keep it stable.
Yeah. This isn't right.
The mindscape is a simulacrum. Cooper may move elements to suit his needs, or try to stop you. Certain areas may be blocked or damaged, or even transformed. Do your best to reach your destination. Cooper cannot simultaneously attack an area and conceal it.
I see. Okay, so the fake wall there. You turn back from the fake wall, and...
What are you doing here? What are you doing here? This area is very dangerous. The core is unstable.
Where's the chief engineer?
Belana, I don't know. She should be here, but as far as I can tell, everything on Voyager is about to fall apart, and I'm the only one here. Stay back. I'm going to put a force field around the core while I try to stabilize it. It won't contain a core bridge, but it might block some of the radiation if the magnetic stabilizers give out.
Well, it depends what... It depends. I mean, at this point, there was... I want to say 6, maybe 7 types of ships named Enterprise. You don't command the well. Let me rephrase that. One mission you do, but the classes of ships, yes. The classes of ships, yes. So unfortunately, because they're just technically they're just classes of ships. Let me bring up the store here for a second. I know I'm distracting. Maybe under. Oh, not. Ah. See? There they are. There they are. Like Enterprise D, Future Enterprise D. Things like, things like that. It just depends. Like I mentioned, it just depends on which one you want. I can stop the breach. Step out of my way.
I've almost got this. Just keep back. It will only take a few more minutes.
Ensign, you can solve this more effectively if we would work together.
You are stupid, aren't you? Only people the Vulcan melded with should be here. Not everyone on Voyager is part of Tuvok's warped little subconscious. Some of us are far more exceptional.
Ensign Kim, step away from the warp core controls.
I'll destroy you. And Tuvok's mind with you.
Oh.
I'm in
He has raised
control.
defenses to protect himself. Use one of the engineering consoles to press your attack.
I don't know why I still have this. I don't know why I still have this Borg weapon. Although to be fair, it still does look pretty cool. He's gonna raise the shield around it.
Raised defenses to protect himself. Use one of the engineering consoles to press your attack.
All right. The Jackal should be attacking it, but it's not.
The controls to restore the warp core. This will strengthen my mental defenses.
All right, stabilize the core.
Excellent. With my mental defenses stabilized, we should have additional time to fend off Cooper's intrusion. Head to the crew decks. Inside of my memories exist fragments of personalities from any person with whom I have previously experienced a mind meld. You may be able to find someone whose personality is not wholly part of my mind, and thus not susceptible to Cooper's influence.
I found someone on the crew decks. So yes, yeah, it's definitely held like a Gatling gun. I got this one from one of the Borg missions. Technically, it's a Borg weapon.
Move through the crew decks to your right. You may be able to find a fragment of a personality who can help. People with whom I have previously melded have left impressions of their Qaplas in my mind. You may be able to convince one to assist you. Because they are not technically me, Cooper's ability to subvert them may be limited.
I'll keep that for anyone who might be able to help. Ah, yeah, the Enterprise C. Let me pause. That is first mission of the yesterday's war. First mission of the yesterday's war. The war missions.
What is happening? What am I doing here? Who are you? I require specifics. Answer me.
Voyager's in danger from species 8472. We need to liberate Tuvok. He's being held in the ready room.
I have no reason to trust you, but this seems familiar somehow. Why am I in the crew quarters? I should be in my regeneration alcove.
Tuvok can explain. Here, can communicate through this pad.
7. You are currently experiencing an engrammatic regress as a result of a Vulcan mind meld. You must assist me in reasserting control over the meld. I am currently locked in the ready room next to the bridge. Exercise caution as species 8472 has subverted the vessel.
Let's go to the bridge, help Tuvok.
That is Borg technology. But the presence of the collective will not dissuade us. Assimilation is irrelevant.
Oh, speaking of speaking of Borg, though.
Assimilated Undine. Maybe a reflection of the unconscious fears of species 8472.
Oops. Things get a little bit weird. Yeah, I ain't surprised. The Vulcan mind meld here gets a little strange. Alright, going up to the getting up to the bridge here.
Oh, you're here. Let's just get this over with.
Speaking of which. Well, crap.
I will secure the bridge while you release Tuvok.
Hey. Alright, we gotta get him out. Gotta get him out of the thing. There is a Q in the game, but it's not John Delancey.
With Cooper defeated, he should no longer be able to maintain the telepathic link with my mind. For the time being. We must end the mind meld and consider our next course of action. Now that we have removed Cooper's influence, it is time to break the link between he and myself.
I agree. It's time to end this. What was I going to say? As I mentioned, John Delancey isn't in the game. There is a Q in here, but unfortunately his role's been very limited since the games came out. As in, they changed a few of the missions he was involved with. I think they got rid of them for whatever reason.
With Cooper's attack temporarily halted, we are in a position to slow the advance of his Undine forces. Please accompany me to the bridge.
Lead the way, Admiral. He tends to show up around the holidays. He's got his own like little thing he does, but of course, there was the oh my god, was it the 15-year thing too. But like I mentioned, he shows up more around Christmas and such. Yep. Yeah, that's the one.
We still do not have a fix on Cooper's whereabouts. I will contact Starfleet for any current information about Undine movements. Use the sensors to check for their quantum signatures. Voyager's sensor array is currently calibrated for tracking Undine movements, so you should be able to garner results quickly.
I'll handle the sensors. Everybody's in Voyager uniform, so that right away gives away that this is not quite done just yet. And of course, the Omega protocol is in effect.
You should return to your ship. While I am somewhat fatigued as a result of the mind meld, I believe that I can continue in my duties on Voyager while we plan our next steps.
Tuvok, I'm getting an error from operations. The Omega protocol lockdown is in effect.
We must still be in the meld. Cooper is trying to deceive us. He needs to break the link cleanly, but lacks the strength to confront us directly.
What do we do?
You don't belong here.
I like that I can call in my security detail here. Here, even in the mind meld. One of my security officers is stuck on the railing there.
We should use the link to our advantage. If we can track Cooper through the link, we can then pursue him in the physical realm. Since the Mindscape deals in symbolic representations, we need a map to his location. We should proceed to astrometrics.
Let's go. Oh, that's not the turbo lift.
Cooper is trying to block your progress. Look for another path.
Yeah, it is. It's only tied to the tactical. It's only tied to the tactical officers though. Whoop.
In 2375, Voyager encountered a malfunctioning board vinculum that had been turned into a trap by species 6339. This vinculum caused other personalities from the collective to surface in 7 of 9. I entered a mind meld with her in an attempt to stabilize her personality. These people are echoes of the personalities of people assimilated by the Borg. They are not truly aware, knowing only that they desire to escape. It may be helpful to think of them as ghosts, metaphorically speaking, of course.
I'm not afraid of ghosts. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Yeah, there they are. Jackals. They're jackals. Klingon jackals. Since this character is technically a KDF officer, I got them really early in a mission.
Cooper is attempting to distort your path again. Keep searching.
I got them in an early mission. Oh, more enemies here. Yep, you got that. You got that right away. Every time that pops up, I have to say it. Every time that thing pops up, I have to say that. Yeah, they go up to the enemies. They go up to the enemies and just attack them.
I sense we are making progress. Keep searching.
So yeah, they're pretty helpful. Oh yeah, I forgot I get an accolade here. Yeah, they'll go up to the enemies. They'll go up to the enemies and attack them. Granted, I don't think I'm supposed to have 3 of them at one time like this, but yeah, you can get various combat related kits here. They're one of them. Mark the astrometrics lead. Oh crap. Tuvok just kind of disappeared apparently. To be honest, I'm not entirely too sure. We got them. I think they're from Pente. If I wanna make a guess, I think it's no. We have to be getting close. I think it's actually none of these. I think I want to say yes. We need to keep checking. And let's try somewhere else. So none of those were right. See on one here. It's time to end this. It's time to end the meld. Go find Cooper. Hey, we're actually out. just because this one's a character, just because the game's a little bit. Actually, I have characters. I have KDF characters. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. I'm not sure why Tuvok wasn't triggered there. I have KDF characters, I have Romulan characters, and I have Starfleet characters. I have characters for all three things, and Dominion characters as well. I just go down the list. I just go down the list as is. And this it was time for me to play this character.
This ordeal has taxed me mentally, but I must continue the mission. I have learned that Cooper is in fluidic space, in an area that corresponds to the location known in our dimension as the Northwest Passage. We must travel there and enter fluidic space to confront Cooper once more. He is aboard a special command bioship that he cannot abandon. If we catch him in fluidic space, we can force a final confrontation. Please join me on the bridge. I must focus my concentration on regaining my strength. I need you to enter our destination coordinates and make certain that there are no more surprises.
There we go. Yeah, that mission glitches every time. Every time. Two Tuvoks always appear there. But that one's the real one, so I think the Jackal followed me out of the
Voyager will join you in the Northwest Passage. We'll leave as soon as you've returned to your ship. We need to hurry if we want to catch Cooper.
Alright, and return. But yeah, I got KDF. I got characters from all four factions. I guess technically it would be five factions if you count the TOS characters too. And naturally, of course, because I have so many characters, I ran out of the ability to make any more. If I want to, outside of course needing to buy more slots.
This area of space was labeled by Commander Chakotay as the Northwest Passage. It is a corridor of space that the Borg avoid because of the high incidence of quantum singularities, which the Undine use as points of transit. Voyager encountered the passage in 2373, and Captain Janeway chose to use it to travel through Borg space. This precipitated our first contact with species 8472.
Obviously not with this character, but you can with the Starfleet or Starfleet Aligned characters. Though of course you can only beam down to Starfleet Academy. What do we need to do here?
We must locate a quantum singularity that will lead us into the correct area of fluidic space. My suspicion is that Cooper is using this region as a staging ground for the massed Undine fleet, and his command bioship will be there as well. Approach each singularity and check its quantum wave signature. When we find the correct one, we will pass through.
Probably have to engage the Undine ships first, then scan the singularities. Singularity. I gotta wait for it to reappear. Nope. Voyager coming over here. Voyager coming over here, and they engaging the Undine before I do. Some of the planets, depending on the thing, some of the planets you can beam down to, but it's very limited.
This passage will work. Quickly, we must go through the portal.
All right, it's very limited which planets you can actually go down to.
We need to reach Cooper's command bioship. According to my scans, he is using a modified dreadnought as a control vessel. Intriguing. Cooper's bioship appears to have nerve clusters, gyri, and structures typically associated with brain matter. While most bioships are organic, they are not aware. Rather, they are biological tissue operated by the Undine as tools. Cooper's vessel is different. It is possible that the ship is self-aware. This would explain the increase in Cooper's telepathic abilities. Not only is his command bioship able to coordinate the entire Undine fleet, acting as a brain for the other ships, but it also amplifies his psionic power. We must gain access to the ship directly. We will need to temporarily disable its shielding mantle, so we can fire upon vulnerable sections to disable it.
Find and disable Cooper's ship. Understood.
You've come a long way, but as you can see, I am not unprepared for your arrival. This command bioship is unique. It is capable of coordinating an entire fleet of bioships. A fleet that will launch from the structure you see here. Even if you attack me, I suspect you will find the sheer power of my new fleet to be overwhelming.
We're not defeated yet. It's kind of weird that he stays in human form for this No, this was a reward for. This was a reward. I'd have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure this. Oh, I'm pretty sure this was a reward for the holiday events. And technically, this is a tier 6 ship. Let me get rid of these. I'm a little bit distracted right now. There we go. I don't know if they're going to put it in this. I don't know if they're going to put it in what. Okay, that was strange. Now I don't know if they're going to put it in the shop. Sometimes they put the reward ships. Sometimes they put their reward ships in the shop, but yeah, that's what I thought. It's tier 6. Usually, a lot of the tier 6 ships can be used past right at the start once you get past the tutorial. But like I mentioned, this was an event ship, so it was basically a reward for doing the holiday related things, I think. And yeah, the tier 6 ships tend to be the best ones. Although the ships still vary and such. Let me There we go, we disabled it. Alright. There we go, we disabled it. And I think this was the reward for last year's, oh my god, 2004's Q's Winter Wonderland. Of course, that happened around winter, so I can't remember or not, because both they have events where for summer and winter, and usually those event rewards are ships. Yes, highest rank. Yeah, as he said, the tier 6 ships are considered the highest rank. And normally, if you use one of them after the tutorial, it's not at top power. It levels up with you.
We are close to Cooper's position, but the bioship is blocking transport in the area closest to the central nexus. We must find control nodes that will allow us to enter the nexus. As the ship is organic, we may be able to force it open by sending impulses through certain nerve endings, thereby causing a reflex reaction, much like a sneeze.
Find the control nodes, open the central nexus. Got it. Whoop. Yes. Yeah, since this character is at max level, the ship itself is at max. It's max stats. But yeah, that's how they keep them balanced. You ain't gonna get all of the stats of a tier 6 ship right away if you use it right after you complete the tutorial. Oh, yeah, that's right. I need to go over here and activate the things. Whoop. Oh. Oh, that's right. I do actually have to scan this.
The muscles controlling this passage will not release. We will need to find control ganglia we can use to trigger a reflex response and open the door.
The release has to be near here. Alright. Let's go. Activate tips. Yep. More Undine dropping from the ceiling. Alright. Looks like the lot boxes are back to being infinity lot boxes too. Nope, no more Undine dropping from the ceiling. Of course, we gotta enter the main section here.
Cooper should be in the chamber just beyond this door.
If this ship has a mind, can you convince it to not fight us?
An intriguing notion. I shall make the attempt. You must protect me from Cooper and his soldiers while I concentrate on the mind meld. When you are ready, we shall proceed.
I'm ready. Start the bell. Yep, there he is. Like I mentioned, I'm not entirely sure why he's not in his Undine form though. I always thought that was kind of weird. He shows it off in the build, but doesn't use it here. Okay. Well, he is a Vulcan after all. It's one of the things they're well.
The ship is resistant to metal. I must move to another neural cluster.
It is one of the things they're well known for.
You must protect me from Undine attacks while I concentrate.
Yeah, I know. I know. Oh crap.
You must protect me from Undine attacks while I concentrate.
Well, that's kind of hard to do, seeing how I'm unconscious right now. Okay, Cooper is shielded, meaning that there's going to be Undine dropping down. That we're going to have to. Whoa. Oh, they do. Oh, there's some of that. Well, actually, the playable Vulcans. Playable Vulcans actually have.
Resisting the meld. I must move to another neural cluster.
The playable Vulcans actually do have that as has that ability.
You must protect me from Undine attacks while I concentrate.
Yeah, I know.
You must protect me from Undine attacks while I concentrate.
And I'm unconscious again. Fantastic.
You must protect me from Undine attacks while I concentrate.
Whoa.
What is happening? You did this!
My mind to your mind. Your thoughts to my thoughts.
Why should we listen to the weak?
You will perish when the Iconians complete their purge. To the Iconians, you are weak.
We must survive.
When we fight one another, we are weak. United, we are strong.
No! Don't listen to him! We must see to our needs.
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
The many must survive. We don't need them. The many will be strong. The strong will survive. They are weak. I will save us. You are weak. What? No! Together, we are strong. You will be repurposed. No!
The Bio-Dreadnought has no intention of entering our space. Now we must return to our ships before the Undine retreat to their own fortresses in fluidic space.
Alright. Back over to the ship.
There are no signs of Undine pursuit. Whatever the intent of the remaining Undine forces, it seems that they do not involve our dimension. As a Vulcan, I am not given to personal displays. Nonetheless, we have shared a deep connection. We will always carry a part of this experience with us. In a sense, you have become a portion of my mental defenses. Part of the ship and crew that define the most challenging aspects of my existence. Our shared effort has prevented another Undine invasion, and incidentally allowed me to retain my sanity. Your contributions are appreciated. I must advise Starfleet Command of these developments. I am sure we will speak again. Until then, I am confident that events in the Delta Quadrant are in capable hands.
Qapla.
Live long and prosper.
Oh, yeah, I forgot he says that even though it's not labeled there. Qapla, Admiral. And departs. Yeah. Yeah, added to the bioship there.
With Cooper gone, the Undine won't have a leader pushing them toward war with our forces. He was so intent on this battle. If I didn't know better, I would have thought he was Klingon. We still don't know exactly how long Cooper had been replaced by an Undine, or if the original Cooper is still alive. Perhaps this Undine saw something during his time among the humans that convinced him that the only way to secure the safety of his people was to destroy us. We know the Iconians have manipulated the Undine before. I guess that they were the ones pushing Cooper to attack. Good thing we dealt with it now, before they launched another attack on the homeworld.
Hey, and I got myself a fluidic weapon. Alright.
The first task in the Delta Quadrant is rather
Not right now. Let me get my endeavors, and I have to. Let me get one of my endeavors, and I have to slide off ranged weapon, shield hardness. Ooh, ground, yes please. Especially because I was having issues in that mission. Of course, I didn't have my full away team either. All right, that is where I need to leave off. Fortunately, I have work tomorrow, so I can't continue. I do have work tomorrow, so I can't continue on with this for tonight. Do me a favor if you would, be sure to hit that thumbs up. It helps me and my channel out quite a bit. So I'm done for right now.